So as you can see, I have moved my angelfish fry over to their own tank. This is a 10-gallon. Of course, this is not going to be sustainable for a long period of time, but this is going to get them off to a good start. I'm using right now First Bites by Hikari, and they seem to be eating them up really well. If you can look down into this corner right here, this was full of First Bites, and that area has been cleaned up by these babies within the last couple of hours. Now, I have been doing water changes 25% twice a day, and so I want to show you my setup here. This is in a utility room, and we've got quite the setup here. Now, I do need to do some cord management over in here. This is kind of a mess, but I will get that cleaned up today. We also have our shrimp, brine shrimp brooder here to get the live brine shrimp going. We have an air pump here as well as here. This is providing the aeration for this angelfish baby fry tank, and this one will be providing the aeration needed for the brine in this particular brooding setup that I have here to hatch out these brine shrimp. Now, this is something I've never done before with angelfish. I did remove them from the parents just because there was some situations where the parents were getting a little bit aggressive because there were just too many fish. I think I counted over 300 eggs, which I know that there can be between 200 and 1,000 eggs in a batch of eggs, and that was just too much for the parents. Now, these are trained parents. They're parents that have been tried and true before, and as you can see, there are a lot of fry in here. They go all the way over to this side here and all the way up to the top. There's some free swimmers all in the complete tank itself, and as you can see, there's a bunch of them up towards the top here. So we have a lot of fry in here, and I'm hoping that we can get at least 50 to 75% of these to grow out, and of course we'll move them to a larger tank as needed. But right now the important thing is to get them off to a good start, get them eating, and the First Bites was the only thing I had until I got this kit set up here for the brine shrimp, and I will be hatching out brine shrimp here within 24 hours. But they seem to be eating the First Bites. As you can see how clean the bottom is in this one little corner here. That's just within the last hour. They have cleaned that up. It looked more like that an hour ago, and as you can see, they have cleaned it out really, really well. And you can see their stomachs are getting quite full, and they're doing a really good job of eating. So my concerns about eating were really the most prevalent thing that I was worried about, but it appears that those concerns are not as important as I thought they were going to be. Now, this is quite an elaborate setup that I have. If you can see right down in here, this is my intake, and what I did is I covered it with a sponge, and then I also put like a cheesecloth type material. Not cheesecloth per se, but it's a material that's very similar to it and is very fine, and it is pulling in water with the efficiency of just about the same, I would guess, as what it would be if I did not have it on there. And the reason this is on there, obviously, is you would be sucking these babies in there, and that would just be a disaster. So what we've got here running this is an established Awase 60, and this Awase 60 is extremely full of bacteria, and was an instant cycle for this. I used half of the water in this tank from the original tank that I had these babies in with their parents, and then added to it. I kind of did a little bit of research on that before I went through the process of setting this up, and this has worked out really well. I have not found one fry that I have lost in this tank in the last 24 to 28 hours. And like I said, they are eating these first bites, and I'm doing a 25% water change twice a day. Now, doing that is quite elaborate, to be honest with you. I'm getting in here, it's a little bit time consuming, but I'm getting in here with a turkey baster and making sure that with each squeeze of the baster, and I'm putting it into a pitcher, and I'm making sure that there are no fry that are getting in there, and therefore when I'm done, I am able to guarantee that the fry have not been sucked up in there. That's the only way that I can see to do this, and created a situation where you're not going to be pulling these fry in. Now once I do that, adding the water back in, basically what I'm doing is I have a sink right here close by, and with that sink close by, I'm able to this is a utility room that I use to do all my water changes anyway. That's why this adapter's on here for my Python. And everything is extremely clean in here. All the towels are washed thoroughly and sanitized without having any detergents or anything that are going to affect the water. So it's a very clean system, and this is a fantastic little utility room off the side of my house that just happens to be equipped with a sink and all the things that I need. Now, I do have to get a light, an incandescent light that is going to bring the temperature of this brooder up, and I'll be getting that at a hardware store tomorrow. That's the only reason why I haven't started hatching out these brine shrimp. I want to have a variety of foods for these fry, and I want to make sure that they are getting everything that they need nutrition-wise. And anyways, I just wanted you guys to see my setup here. This is a 10-gallon tank, as I said. So long term, this isn't going to be, an option, obviously, but we just want to get these guys up to a particular size, and then I'll be moving them over to a 30-gallon where they can grow out to their full potential, and we'll go from there. Now, I wanted to show you something else here. When we come back, I'm going to show you this new discus pair that I have that I just got really lucky on. They're identical fish, and they paired up, and they've now had their third egg laying situation, and I did end up putting them in a breeding aquarium. When we come back, I'm going to show you that. So this is our discus cone here, and as you can see, as I come around, we do have a clutch of eggs on here. Now, whether or not they're viable or not, I don't know. I don't see any white eggs on here, which is very good news. As I said, these are tried and true, these two fish. They're beautiful, and I'm looking forward to getting some really nice looking fish out of these guys. And I've had experience with raising discus babies before, so that's going to be much easier than this angelfish situation, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, these guys are about 40 hours old, so we have another probably day and a half before we start to see some wigglers on here. And then, of course, after that, with the free swimming, and then the parents will obviously take care of them. It's a very different situation than the angelfish. And this is a fantastic tank for this particular situation. I'm running the temperature at about 86 degrees. This is something that I thought was going to be not something that I was going to figure that these guys would lay eggs this soon, but I had them literally in here a week, and the egg laying started. So I want to focus on these guys a little bit so you can see the eggs a little bit closer and get an idea that it's a little bit blurry. I apologize. I'm kind of going at an angle here, but there's about well over 100 eggs on there, and if we can even get 50 to 75% of them to hatch out and become adults, I would be thrilled with that. These are beautiful fish. I'm real excited to have a pair that I just happened upon by having a group of fish in a tank. You know, they do pair up after a while. You don't expect that two of the same varieties are going to pair up and be good parents and that sort of thing. So I just sort of lucked out on this whole thing, and I'm really thrilled about it here. Anyways, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. If you have any comments, leave them down below, and I will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Those of you who follow my channel know that I always get back to people as best I can. If I've missed anybody in the past, I apologize for that. I try, as I said, to get back as soon as I can. Please give this a like and subscribe to the channel as well, and then also share with your friends, because this is the way that we get word of mouth. I think is probably the best advertisement out there for the channel. And again, I'm real excited about this. I will keep you updated on both the angelfish and the discus, and see how we do here. We've got quite a bit going on, as you can see, and I even have some Corridoras that I'm working on right now, breeding, and we'll see how that happens in the next couple of weeks. If I do see that we're going to get some babies out of that group, I will do a video on it as well. Until then, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it as always, and I hope that you will keep checking in here for updates on both the angelfish and these discus. And as I said, I'll do a video on the short side every few days, just to kind of give you an idea of how everything's going. Until then, we will see you on the next one. Take care.